So I had to give the eulogy when my dad passed away. One of the worst moments that up to that date, I was 26 years old, that I'd ever had in my life when I found out that my dad had passed. And I always looked up to him, and I always tried to do things that would make him proud. And so I had talked to him a week prior to this happening, and it was out of nowhere. And it was a real heartbreaker for me. So we rented a room at a hotel, a ballroom, and then that's where we had the celebration of his life. And I ended up doing the eulogy, and it was a very, very, very hard thing for me to do. I remember sitting here inside a little office area in the hotel, and I was trying to write, and every word that I would try to get out, I just started crying. I was so upset I couldn't cope. It was like everything was making me cry. And I was thinking about, I'm a tough guy, I can't cry. What is this? But I kept crying. I could not cry. What do you do? As I'm there, and I got tears in my eyes, and somebody walks in that was from the hotel, and then she looks at me. She's like, "How you doing, sir?" And then she saw that I was upset, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And then I was like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it." She's like, "Well, what happened?" And I told her, I'm trying to do the eulogy, and I can't really come up with the words. She's like, "Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave, and next time I hope I see you, it's on better terms." And so she walked out of the room, and then it got me thinking. I was being very selfish. I was being very selfish because the reason that I was doing the eulogy was because I needed to tell people out there what my relationship with my dad looked like and how much I respected him and looked up to him. Even though there were a lot of bad situations in my life growing up as a result of certain vices that he had, but I still loved him no matter what. And I was thinking, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the way that I saw my dad, and I need to tell everybody out there about that relationship. And when I turned my perspective in that direction, and it wasn't about me, but it was about enlightening those people about my dad, I'm the messenger, and somebody's got to say it. Somebody's got to say it out loud, because that was my dad, and I loved him, and people needed to know that. And so that little change in perspective gave me the power, gave me the ability to write that entire eulogy, and then also give that eulogy. And I gave it with pride, and I said it out loud and made sure that everybody knew about it. So if you're having a hard time with something in life, I challenge you to look at it from a different perspective. Why are you having a hard time? A lot of times, people have a hard time communicating or saying, let's say you're going to talk in front of people. People have a hard time with that because they're worried about what their image is. They're worried about if they mess up a word, if they stutter, if they say, and then they forget what they're supposed to say. That is a worry that everybody has, that we all go through. But there's also the way to counteract it. And that way is to think of it in a different perspective. Think of it not about you. Think of it as the message. What is the message? What do those people need to hear? And I think if you look at it in that context, it'll help you out. I challenge you, and I would love to hear any stories if you guys try it. So my name's Scotty. All of my socials are MTF Scotty, Instagram, TikTok, even Twitter. Building a brand new social media identity. So if you guys are out there, you have a second, go and follow. Engage with me. Let's talk. If you guys are having issues in a certain way, or if there's a way that I can help, reach out. I'd love to hear from you.